Thank you for watching. This is a quick introduction to striking in Wing Chun. Emmanuel, Tony. So it's a common and popularly held misconception that Wing Chun is purely a hand-to-hand close quarters combat system. The reality in fact is that Wing Chun employs strikes without limitation at all three ranges. So kicks at long range, closed or open-handed strikes in intermediate range, and elbows or knees at close range. What is certainly true you will not typically see in Wing Chun are above waist level height kicks applied without some control over your opponent. For the very simple reason, it leaves your balance very vulnerable. So, especially if you're facing a bigger guy, if he's aggressive and he comes at you, unless I'm an Olympic standard kicker, I'm going down. So you want to minimize that risk at all possibility. So the only kicks you would typically apply from this range are shin level stamping, stop kicks, or counter kicks if he goes to swing for my leg, that sort of thing. Above waist height kicks, I'm only going to apply, like once I've got some control over his body. Now I can kick if I want to. But I'm not going to do that without control over his arm, because I've got no control over where his body's going and therefore able to protect my balance. The core hand striking technique in Wing Chun is the vertical fist punch. So, like so. Employed because it preserves the power line from body through to hand. It minimises the risk of breaks or injury from using a kinked horizontal wrist hand structure. That can of course be extremely effective. But the vertical fist strike was once popular with many bare knuckle boxers for the very reason that it's a very solid, strong structure and allows you to generate a tremendous amount of power over a relatively short distance. In Wing Chun, we actually use the body like a whip, and the strike starts from the ground up, so you're throwing it out. It is this that is the basis of the famous 1-inch punch in Wing Chun, which was of course popularised by Bruce Lee, who was of course taught Wing Chun by Yip Man in Hong Kong. At a more advanced level, all the strikes are open-handed, so they use either the outside of the heel of the palm, or the inside strikes like so, or elbow point strikes at close range. These strikes are not typically taught to students for several years for the simple reason they can be very dangerous. They are deliberately designed to cause either serious injury or fatal injury to your opponent, especially if they're aimed at the neck. So they would only be employed in a life-threatening situation. The majority of strikes are linear. They're generated along the centre line using a compact body elbow structure to create an explosive force, whether that's closed or open-handed strikes. The exceptions to this are the system does have narrow hook, narrow uppercut, and also a hack. The hacking movement is typically applied to the neck, and again, that's a more advanced level technique. But last point, it's worth mentioning that striking points matter as much as technique and power. You can hit someone all day, more or less, if it's not at a vital point. So what do I mean by that? It needs to be head, or really jaw, throat, solar plexus, groin. Yeah, I can happily, or he will happily take me hitting him on the sternum and the chest with quite a lot of force. Yeah, I can hit him there quite hard all day, strikes, whatever. Yeah? He's getting annoyed with me, but he'll take it. He'll take it. It's not going to knock him out, right? But if I lower that a couple of inches, raise it a couple of inches, it's going to be a different story. The fight's going to be over very quickly. Now, I'm not even going to give him a soft one on the throat, because the capacity of the human throat to withstand any strike forward is zero. In the case of the head or the solar plexus, there's a little bit more. But the point being, striking points and accuracy matter as much as technique and power. So these sort of strikes, if you're in a life-threatening situation, will end it very quickly. You only want to apply them when that's necessary.